Central air on your rear. She's gonna go warm? Okay. Oh, I didn't know she was warming up or.
I'd like to call to order the Finance Committee meeting.
Commissioner Nolden?
Present.
Commissioner Winfrey?
Here.
Commissioner Ellenberg?
Here.
Commissioner Clemens?
Present.
Commissioner Young is out in the hallway. Commissioner Shoemaker?
Present.
Commissioner Davis?
Present.
Commissioner Newman is excused. Commissioner Peppin?
Here.
We do have a quorum.
I'd like approval for the minutes
Move
for the
it.
Finance Committee on July
Support.
14th. It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Is there any public comments to the Finance Committee? Are there any comments to the committee?
No.
Seeing none, we'll move on to communications. None?
None, sir.
No old business. Under new business, we have Circuit Court. Approval of the proposed Child Care Fund Annual Plan and Budget for fiscal year ending 2022.
Move it.
It's been moved. Is there support?
Support.
Been supported. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Under District Court, approval of proposed amendment to the 2021 appropriations resolution, transferring $23,000 from accounts 1010-286, 00801, 20,000, and 1010-286,
Move it.
3,000.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Fiscal Services, approval of proposed amendment to the 2021 appropriations resolution.
Move 1 and 2.
Support.
It's been moved to approve Fiscal Services 1 and 2. Supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. D is G card.
Support.
Been moved and supported, G card 1 and 2. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Information Technology, approval of proposed amendment to,
Support.
been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Under the Medical Examiner, we have approval of modification number 3 of a contract between Genesee County.
Move items 1 through 4.
Support.
Been moved and supported to move items 1 through 4 for the Medical Examiner. Is there any discussion?
Could we just have Dr. Hunter come up and just give us an overview? of
Dr. Hunter, you want to come?
Good morning. Thank you for giving the opportunity, give you guys an overview of what's going on. Obviously, all services have gone through a tough time during this pandemic. Our services, no exception. We've seen an increase across the board in our workload, increased number of cases. As of April this year, we're 50 cases ahead of where we were last year. And so the workload has continued to increase. Now, I can say happily, I checked today, and if we use a calendar year judgment, we're on pace to do what we did last year. But last year was a record year, over 560 autopsies. A lot of people ask, well, what's causing this? Is it just COVID related? Is it just COVID deaths? Certainly the COVID deaths are part of that increase. But I was talking with a number of other people, and Prosecutor Layton included. Our communities are struggling. They're under stress. So as a result, what you're seeing are people behaving less than optimally. Increased number of violent deaths. If you watch the news, you see this is nationwide, increased number of violent deaths. But I think during the pandemic, we also saw, and we are seeing sort of, as people hunker down as part of our stay home, protect, each other by staying home, people are not checking on each other. So you're getting more people who are dying in their homes, maybe not checking on them, so they're not finding them in a time frame. So we are seeing more decomposed bodies. We're seeing people who are afraid to go to the hospital, who don't go get their, the ERs, et cetera. So we're seeing more deaths across the board. Obviously, with more stress, we're seeing across the board drug overdoses. Everything is up. So, and I would say pretty proportionally. I don't think we're seeing just one type of death happening. It's kind of a proportional thing. So when someone dies in the community, just as an overview, and at the scene, they'll call 911. Law enforcement doesn't know why they died. We don't have an apparent reason. They call the medical examiner as part of the statutory obligation, and then we do a scene investigation. And so now you're seeing more scene investigations. We're higher last year than we've ever been before. We're now over 1,600 scene investigations, and that's a product of the people calling appropriately to our office saying, hey, there's someone's dead, and it falls under your jurisdiction. A certain percentage of those cases are going to need to be brought into the morgue. That relates to the increased transportation costs. So as more service requirements go forward, your transportation costs go up, your scene investigation costs go up. And so and that's where you're seeing this need for a budget adjustment to account for that. And it's, again, part of what's going on in our nation. There's just hopefully we'll cycle back down, but that remains to be seen.
One question I want to ask is, are we seeing more,
Talking to the microphone, please.
are we seeing more deaths than usual, accident related? Because, we have these people with this drag racing and these fast cars, and you're seeing so many accidents now. I was wondering, have we seen an uptick this year compared to last year?
It has been noteworthy to me that we have seen more motor vehicle accidents, pedestrian motor vehicle accidents, than we have recently. Now, this is kind of my anecdotal I think this is a real uptick. When I look at how many motor vehicle-related accidents, people are, post-pandemic, they're out and they're ready to be out, and I don't necessarily know they're driving with the same level of caution. So I do think there's been an uptick, but that might be a blip on the radar screen related to this, coming out of this event. I think, obviously, during the quarantine, people weren't driving. So you saw, in the same way people weren't using gas, they're not driving. But once people are let out of their house, things are taken off. So it might be a blip on that radar screen. I don't think it'll be a sustained pattern.
Any other questions for Doctor? Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Seeing no more discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion moves. Parks and Recreation,
Move one.
Support.
been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Under the Treasurer,
Move one.
Support.
been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Is there any other business? Seeing no other business, I adjourn this meeting at 10:36.